Hi, this is Economy MCQs Part 4. Let's get started. And the first question is, what is purchasing power parity PPP in economics? And the options are option A, the equal purchasing ability of different countries in terms of currency. Option B, the exchange rate between two countries. Option C, equal prices for all goods globally. And option D, the rate of inflation in a country. And the option is option A. PPP is a theory which states that in the long term, exchange rates should move towards the rate that equalizes the purchasing power of different countries. And the next question is the Ricardian equivalence theorem suggests that, and the option A, government borrowing does not affect overall demand. Option B, government spending stimulates the economy in the short run. Option C, the debt finance government spending increases long term inflation. And option D, tax cuts always lead to higher consumer spending. And the correct answer is option A. Ricardian equivalence proposes the consumers anticipate future taxes due to government borrowing, thus saving more and neutralizing the impact on demand. The next question is, which of the following describes negative externality? And the options are option A, the benefits that accrue to third parties from production. Option B, cost imposed on third parties due to production and consumption. Option C, reduction of production cost over time. And option D, government subsidy to increase industry growth. And the correct answer is option B. Negative externalities are unintended causes that impact third parties not involved in the economic transaction like pollution. And the next question is, in economics, elasticity generally measures, and the option A, the change in quantity demand due to a change in price. Option B, the total supply of goods in an economy. Option C, the rate of inflation in an economy. And option D, the amount of capital available for investment. And the correct answer is option A. Elasticity in economy quantifies the responsiveness of one variable, typically quantity demanded to a change in another variable like price. Next question is, which of the following best describes a bilateral trade agreement? And the correct answer is option A, the trade agreement between two countries. Option B, trade agreement within a regional bloc. Option C, trade agreement involving multiple countries. Option D, trade agreement designed to restrict trade. And the correct answer is option A, the trade agreement. A bilateral trade agreement is a pact between two countries that aims to improve trade relation by reducing that aim to improve trade relation by reducing trade barriers. And the next question is, which of the following is considered an automatic stabilizer in economics? And the correct and the options are government, option A, government subsidy. Option B, progressive tax system. Option C, fixed exchange rates. And option D, import tariffs. And the correct answer is option B. Automatic stabilizers policies that adjust with economic cycles without a specific government intervention, such as a progressive system which adjusts tax burden based on income. And the next question is, which of the following describes the speculative demand for money? And the option A, the demand for money based on daily transactions. Option B, demand for money held to take advantage of future interest rate changes. Option C, demand for money used in government bonds. Option D, demand for money used for investment goods and services. And the correct answer is option B. Speculative demand for money refers to demand held in anticipation of future changes in interest rates or investment opportunities. And the next question is, what is meant by inflationary gap? And the option A, when actual aggregate demand exceeds the economy's productive capacity. Option B, when supply exceeds demand, consumer prices to drop. Option C, when government spending is less than the revenue. And option D, when exports exceed imports. And the correct answer is option A. An inflationary gap occurs when aggregate demand exceeds the full employment output, pushing prices up due to excess demand. And the next question is, Which term describes an economy reliance on a single or a few commodities for export? And option A diversification, option B monoeconomy, option C open economy, option D planned economy, and the correct answer is option B. Monoeconomy depends on a limited number of commodities for its exports, which can make it vulnerable to market fluctuations. And the next and the last question is, in India, what does the primary deficit signify? And the options are option A, the total borrowing requirements of the government, option B, fiscal deficit minus interest payments, option C, total fiscal deficit excluding capital receipts, and option D, fiscal deficit plus government savings. And the correct answer is option B. The primary deficit is the fiscal deficit of a country minus interest payments, indicating new borrowing requirements. And this was the last question. Thank you for attending the class. Let's meet in the